back some lost ground. Area's uncontrolled. Lock it down. Acknowledged.
What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to some more Mass Effect 3 multiplayer gameplay. This is, I guess it is sort of DLC, but not doing DLC characters anymore. Back to the same old, and what are we facing here? Oh shit! I wonder if you can get like spoilers from that screen. Thank you for the stun lock, Geth Rocket Trooper asshole. Anyway, what we are doing here is I would like to sort of a mini series of sorts. Rocket Troopers all day, every day. Don't fucking like it. Piece of shit. Should just stay in here. Never mind, teammates are all out. But anyway, this is a little mini series, sort of. Gonna be going. Oh, no boot stomps for you. You gotta watch out for those executions. They are not pretty. Gold. Oh, God damn, that was a quick first round. Anyway, unknown gold. Not something I usually do, but lately I've been getting pretty bored with this game, and I wanted to spice things up a little bit. So I figured, you know, why don't I just do some unknown, you know, hop into the fray, not really knowing what's going on. And it definitely does add an element of enjoyment to the game when you don't know what you're going to be put up against. And you know, when you do roll unknown gold, that begs the question, you know, is this class or what classes are good enough to do that? Because unfortunately, all setups are not created equal. As get fucking huntered through stealth. Love you, Geth Hunter. Friends for what? Let me show you this shit is done. Hurricane to the goddamn face. Pretty good, pretty good. Unfortunately, not all classes created equal. Like for instance, I don't know, bringing. Well, not to say that you can't do well. It's just that some classes and loadouts do better against certain factions and so on and so forth. You know, like Falcon completely destroys a Cerberus faction because practically everything except for Atlases can be staggered, but a Falcon user loadout wouldn't do so hot against Reapers. Because they don't have very many units that can be staggered. You know, they get brutes, banshees, ravagers can't be staggered, and plus the Falcon on its own doesn't really do too much damage, and so it's kind of a lackluster gun to bring to the Reapers. Not to say that you can't. I mean, hell, I've brought a Falcon to a Reaper gameplay type deal, but that was a Biotic Tag Team Champions of the World, so it didn't really matter what gun I brought. I mean, I could have walked in with a Predator X or Predator 1. I still would have done reasonably well, at least that's what I think. But pretty much the point is I want to focus on loadouts that excel at unknown gold. They have every tool for the job. Got a few classes you can go to, at least off the top of my head about 3. Maybe I'll come up with more as time goes on, but I do enjoy these classes. But first off, Geth Infiltrator, master of all, jack of all trades, master of everything of the universe. And this is definitely a go-to character because, number one, you have stealth, that is a tactical cloak. You want to get all technical shit on me. Tactical cloak invaluable not only for reviving teammates, getting around the map unseen, you know, doing what needs to be done with the greatest of ease. And the big thing is why you would roll with an infiltrator and go into a match with an infiltrator is for the hack objectives. You know, the 4 hack the Gibson quad objectives. Big pain in the ass on some maps. I've rolled into that didn't have a single infiltrator. If there was an infiltrator, he was a complete fucking idiot and didn't know what he was doing, didn't go for the objectives. Teammates just, you know, the enemy just set up their set up shop, and anytime we try to go for the objective, we just get mowed down, which would have been made a lot easier had I had been an infiltrator, or there was a good infiltrator on the team. So that's the main reason why you would go with an infiltrator. It's probably what I'd played the most by far. It's just strictly for hack objectives, because some maps and some of the spots they put them in are just absolutely devastating to fight through, and sometimes even RPGs can't solve everything, because sometimes you'll RPG something. Let's say the objective's like right here. RPG guys like who are right here, and they spawn like right here again. Out pops 2 Geth primes and a hunter or 2, and that's pretty much. I mean, Geth infiltrator does not get better than that. And I am rocking a Scorpion and Hurricane loadout, and something to keep in mind when using any tactical cloak. I know you don't necessarily have to play Geth infiltrator. Any infiltrator will work. I just like Geth infiltrator because I have kind of taken a liking to the Hurricane here. So I have been using this in preparation for the Piranha nerf, which happened recently, and they actually didn't nerf it as hard as I thought they would. They nerfed it to like 2 base damage lower than what it was at during its inception. So it's still a very effective weapon. Can take down a Platinum Atlas in 2 clips, and I'm not even spec'd for full damage. I've got the duration on my cloak, which by the way is very important for hack objectives. And honestly, I can say there's really not been a single situation that I've been in where I said, man, I wish I had that extra 40% damage from cloak. I mean, the amount of utility you'll bring to the team that you get with a duration cloak is just so much better than straight damage. Now, if you're though this is particularly for players who play with randoms, you never know what you're going to be up against, or against enemies and teammates. Sometimes teammates are the worst enemies that you can deal with.
We have some enemy persons of interest in your area.
I lost my train of thought. That's not good. Duration. It's actually, yeah, I was just talking about that. If you find yourself playing with friends more often than not, chances are you're probably not going to need duration, because teammates, they don't have their head up their ass, can usually figure out what to do, how to get things done. Okay, that recoil might be a little much. Okay, I just ate that one to the face. Might be a little much for the Hurricane. Oh, god damn it! One of the few times I actually want to take cover, and what does he do? He takes a fucking dive. It's okay, we can use this thing like a shotgun and work just as well. What the Hurricane does, it shoots 2 bullets per every shot. It's pretty handy. Oh, you weren't supposed to. Okay. See, I would recommend duration if you find yourself playing with randoms more often than not. If you're playing with friends, it probably doesn't really matter. So I have to talk that over with them, look at what you need, look at what your team can do, skill sets, all that fun stuff. If your team is adequately prepared, just go with damage. More damage, more better. Kill shit faster, rely on teammates to make up for lack of duration, and should be okay. But for randoms such as this, and granted these randoms are actually not too shabby. Not too shabby. This Crawl guy definitely knows what he's doing. He's rocking an unpopular class, using an unpopular gun, and he's holding his own. And I've done like 5 games with him so far, and he's managing to keep up with the big bad Geth infiltrator. I'm telling you, man, those tech bursts. See, he could be rolling with the female Quarren engineer, and he'll still be doing pretty well. Tech bursts. Know it, love it, appreciate it. He is a Turian Sentinel with a Falcon, and he is Not doing too bad, though. Unfortunately, due to the nature of that loadout, he doesn't do so well against the bosses. Like, he has got nothing on bosses, but he should be, I'd say we're probably equally matched when it comes to dealing with the little guys, though his is probably a little bit easier because Falcon, kind of a foolproof weapon, lag notwithstanding. I mean, he can just stand there, no shit's given, disruptor ammo, and he's fighting the Geth too, so that's like a double whammy. And I guess come over here, help the teammates out. I'm Big Bad Krogan, got it. But yes, Falcon, disruptor ammo, Sentinel, Engineers, Tech Burst ahoy, you've got yourself a solid class. Anyway, Hurricane. I started using this in preparation of the Piranha nerf. I thought it'd be really bad, and so I figure, you know, better not get too used to the Piranha, better start looking for other options that are great at killing bosses. And with the recent release of the new armor piercing attachment, or the armor shredder attachment for the Hurricane, it's every shot that you shoot out of the SMG reduces or ignores 90% of armor. And so I think that is the highest armor piercing you can get in the entire game. Though unfortunately, because we're dealing with SMGs here, there's not that many good SMGs to choose from. But luckily, the Hurricane is one such gun that does not chuck piss. It's pretty good. I've not had much luck with it with classes that don't specialize in buffing the ever-loving shit out of weapons. You know, Geth Infiltrator, for instance. I tried it on my Sorry Vanguard that has all the weapon damage passives and all that, and I don't know, I just was not feeling it. And the reason why it's such a big difference is because the Geth Infiltrator comes with those accuracy bonuses, and that just makes the Hurricane so goddamn good. And I'm getting stun locked to shit here. Goddamn Geth Prime spawning behind me. I'm not quite sure where this guy plants his turrets. We'll find out, the learning experience. See, the big difference between a Hurricane on a Geth Infiltrator or a Destroyer as opposed to, let's say, a Sorry Vanguard or pretty much any other class is they lack the accuracy bonuses. And one of the big weaknesses of the Hurricane is the fact that it's so inaccurate. Even when you fire from cover, on with this gun on a non-Geth Infiltrator, non-weapons class, we'll call it that, non-weapons classes, it's just really not accurate. Now, even though the crosshairs might say it's accurate, I can assure you, like, the bullets go outside of the crosshair. It is not as accurate as, you know, as the screen would let you believe, unfortunately. Can't win them all. Can't win them all. And come to think, I don't think I've ever seen anyone who was using a Hurricane that wasn't a Geth Infiltrator or Destroyer do particularly well. So there that is, and I've not had luck with it. But if you've had a different experience, sure, throw it out there. Maybe I'll give it a second whirl. But the Hurricane, in order to get the maximum benefit out of it, I would put it on Geth Infiltrator or the N7 Destroyer. Those off the ever-loving shit out of this thing and make it not a bad weapon. It's definitely no Piranha, but you know, if I have to kill a Geth Prime or an Atlas by myself, I think it's actually probably one of the quickest options you can go with. And to top it all up, it's a fairly lightweight weapon. Like I said, I'm rocking the Hurricane 2 with the Scorpion, and I have a 90% recharge rate, which is not too shabby, not too shabby. God damn it, you stupid hunter piece of garbage. Or rocket trooper. Let's see, can I take this guy out from range? Yeah, I should be doing pretty good. Look at that. what was that? 6 bars of shield from range, and this is without damage on cloak. Or maybe I had some help from teammates. I don't know. Geth Prime definitely a little bit stupid though. Just kind of standing there taking it up the butt. So on your weapons classes, you can definitely do some range with it. Not to mention it has the sort of talent effect, which makes it a little bit more accurate. Plus it gives a stability bonus. And this thing, left to its own, will kind of kicks like a mule. And keep in mind, I am running the barrage. Oh, goddamn! Okay, bring out the Scorpion. We need crowd control. No, I only think one of them went off. Fuck it. My RPG. I'll take the extra points. Left to its own device, the Hurricane on its own also kicks like a goddamn mule. I think one of the most highest recoil guns in the game. And I offset that by the Barrage 5 upgrade, which is 30% weapon stability, I think, and some additional capacity for thermal clips. Which is not too bad, but the reason why I went with that as opposed to something like an SMG amp or densified ammo is for what I use the Scorpion for, it does not need additional ammo. It will not help it. I mean, if you if you get a cloak bonus on like 2 or 3 Scorpion shots, that is going to kill a Phantom on top of the proxy mine debuff. So it doesn't really need 12 or 15% additional damage. And the reason for the barrage gear piece is it's because if you use the stability on the if you use stability on if you use stability as your equipment slot, you lose out on a cyclonic modulator, and unfortunately, as always with Geth Infiltrator, squishes class in the game. So any extra shields you can give yourself, the better. So that's, and the 30% stability seems to be enough. Definitely were in some situations where I could have used extra stability, but Geth Infiltrators use little elbow grease to get around it, so Barrage upgrade does good for me. Now I realize not everyone's gonna have that unlocked, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who don't even have the Hurricane unlocked. God, they're really putting Geth turrets behind me. That's probably one of the main reasons you want to use the cyclonic modulators, especially on Platinum. I mean, these Geth Primes will put their turrets, they phase through walls, they'll put it behind you, phase through solid matter, and they can kill you in one. I mean, they deploy them so fast, and as soon as they deploy, they are able to fire, and so it's not uncommon to you'll see him throw it out, and then you'll turn to shoot it, and then you're dead. And so that's just one reason as to why you would want to try and use a cyclonic modulator if possible. Survivability is numero uno. You can't do damage if you're dead. Something to words of wisdom to live by. You can do all the damage in the world, but it don't mean jack shit if you're not alive, you know? Simple as that. But this setup, Scorpion, Hurricane, lightweight, it's got everything you need. It's got Phantom killing prowess, it's got crowd control, it can stagger, you've got effective boss killing potential, and you've got stealth, you've got duration for hack objectives. Unfortunately did not come up there, though I can't really think of any bad spots for that map for hack objectives, but don't really play this map too much, so probably missing one or two here and there. So this loadout has it on. Look at that! Turian Sentinel, Falcon User, 2 things that are looked down upon, and he whipped ass. And this is Barrage upgrade I'm talking about. 30% stability, 15% thermal clip capacity, not too bad at all. And the loadout, Hurricane 2, Scorpion 10. Unfortunately, Scorpion ultra rare, but this is a loadout, not too shabby at all. Like I said, this is your Phantom killer, your boss killer. This Scorpion pretty much kill everything pretty quick. The Hurricane is just there for bosses, but I just kind of wanted to showcase the Hurricane, and it's not a bad weapon. There are good SMGs out there, and there's a use finally for my 10 dozen or so, 10 dozen plus SMG rail amps. And when using SMGs, I would highly recommend going with these two attachments. What is SMG Heatsink 5? This maximizes your uptime. This pretty much extends the capacity tenfold. Allows you to sit there, just spray and pray all day, because you got to keep in mind uptime is another form of DPS, and if you have to reload all the time because you're using something like, you know, ultra lightweight materials or stability or whatever, I would not use the stability mod at all. I would not recommend it, because that means you would have to give up on either this, which is not going to happen, or this, which I wouldn't recommend either, because this is what makes the boss killing so good, because you can use this and combine it with like incendiary ammo or warp ammo or whatever. I tried armor piercing and damage and felt I wasn't doing as much as this and incendiary, so there that is, not too bad. Oh, and I guess I forgot to look over the powers with the Geth Infiltrator. So, 4 points in Tactical Cloak, duration, all-purpose. Can't say I've ever been in a situation where I wanted the 40% damage. And I'm pretty sure I've gotten more extraction and credits with power duration on the account of badly placed hack objectives. Proxy Bomb, tried and true, radius, damage taken, more damage. Always get Proxy Bomb. If you don't get Proxy Mine, you're an idiot. Hunter mode, accuracy, weapon accuracy, rate of fire, damage. Not too sure if I don't know. You can go either or. Part of me still prefers the enhanced vision and movement speed, but 10% all-around damage, that's kind of hard to pass up. Especially combine that with a fast-firing weapon like the Hurricane or Piranha. I guess the Hurricane doesn't really fire, or the Piranha doesn't fire too fast, but it all adds up. Straight weapon damage. And this is pretty good for a Geth's Plasma Shotgun too, so that'll work out. Another all-purpose build, but no need to play the same class twice, and I've already done that before. And 4 pity points in fitness. Don't need to get recharge speed on Cloak, because in case you didn't know, Cloak's duration will depend, or Cloak's cooldown penalty will depend on how long you stay in Cloak. And if you cloak and fire right away, you're going to get a real short cooldown regardless of what your cooldown bonus speed is. So you can get away with 90%, or actually 100%, never mind. It's 90% with the Piranha and Scorpion. And yes, that Scorpion 10 be a bit off for most people, but I got that that was my first ultra rare to 10. I was so disappointed, but the Scorpion, it's pretty good. It was bad judgment on that. But yeah, faster you get out of Cloak, the shorter your cooldown is. That's how that works. So even if your cooldown goes to like 40%, you'll still be pretty well off, just as long as you don't spend the full duration in it. So if you're using like a Claymore or a Javelin, you know, both pretty heavy weapons, that's still gonna work out pretty well for you. So there that is. So yeah, peace out.